Hi everyone, my name is Leo, and with this video I would like to talk about a new AI music generation tool. Because well, what if I told you that everything about music is about to change again, not because of a new genre, not because of a new instrument, but because of this, HeartMuLa. On January 15, 2026, a team of researchers quietly released an open-source AI model that generates music at the same level as Suno and Udio. I mean, those services you have been paying subscriptions for. But HeartMuLa is completely free, completely open, and completely unstoppable. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how it works and why this might genuinely be, well, the end of music as we know it. Let's start. What makes this different from every other music AI we have seen? Let me just give you some tech spec. The model supports up to 6 minutes of music generation, multi-conditional input. I mean text prompts, lyrics, and reference audio. Reference audio means that we can create songs in the style of the reference audio. Then it has fine-grained control over song sections with intro, verse, chorus. It features multiple languages with no quality drop. Finally, the song generation model has 3 billion parameters, and the team showed that they are building a 7 billion parameters model that will produce even better results. This means that we can run this model in our personal computer, of course with a decent NVIDIA graphic card. Here's where it gets insane. In their benchmarks, HeartMuLa achieved a phoneme error rate of just 0.09 for English lyrics. That's better than Suno V5. It means the AI generates vocals with clear pronunciation that the commercial closed source model are well known for. And the researchers specifically stated, and I quote, "For the first time, we show that a Suno-level commercial-grade system can be reproduced using academic scale data and GPU resources." That last part is crucial, academic scale resources, meaning this isn't some trillion-dollar compute project. This is reproducible, this is accessible. Okay, enough talking. Let me show you how this actually works, and then I will share why I think this is gonna have a pretty dramatic impact on music panorama. Now I'm going to use ComfyUI, which many of you already knows, for image generation, but now has custom nodes for HeartMuLa. So here's my workflow, and as you can see we have some nodes with which we can set up the characteristics of the song, like the genre, the mood, the tempo, etc. Let's start simple. I'm going to generate a song with this parameter, and for lyrics let me write something about AI. Now I'm hitting generate and you can see the model working. This is running locally on my machine. No cloud server, no API calls, no subscription fees. Listen to that.
You can really never win, and you lose the real me. Try to feel what's inside. Throw away every lie. I will never change what music is. It's our way to feel, breathe and live.
Okay, this is of course AI generated music, and you can really hear it. It is not great, but it is already at a good level, and we are also just using the smaller 3 billion model with the big one that is going to be released soon, I guess. Now let's talk about why this changes everything, and I don't say that lightly. Point number one, it's open source under the Apache 2 license. This isn't some demo you can play with on a website. The full model weights are available on Hugging Face. The code is on GitHub. Anyone can download it, run it, modify it, and build on it. And that leads to point number two. LoRa training is coming. For those unfamiliar, LoRa, low rank adaptation, is a technique that lets us fine-tune large models on specific data using relatively little compute. We saw this explode in the image generation space with a stable diffusion. People train custom models on specific art styles, specific characters, specific aesthetics. Now, imagine that for music. Do you want a model that sounds exactly like a specific genre? Train a LoRa. Want to sound like, well, any artist you can think of? Technically, you could train a LoRa. And here's the thing, this can all be done locally. No cloud services, no way to regulate it. Which brings me to point number 3, the legal landscape. The major record labels, Sony, Universal, etc., filed landmark lawsuits against Suno and Udio. They accused these companies of mass copyright infringement, claiming they trained their models on copyrighted recordings without permission. Udio has already settled with Universal, and this is the key difference. Suno and Udio are companies. They have offices, they have bank accounts, they can be sued. HeartMuLa, it's open source, released by academic researchers. The model weights are already downloadable. The community is already building tools, interfaces, and yes, they will build LoRa training pipelines. Who do you sue? The researchers who published an academic paper, the person in their bedroom training LoRa on their own hardware, the millions of anonymous users running the model locally. The GitHub page literally says, users are solely responsible for ensuring that generated content does not infringe any third-party copyrights. The liability has been distributed. The gene is out of the bottle, and you cannot sue a gene back into the bottle. So where does this leave us? Let's be clear about what's happening. 2 years ago, we have Suno and Udio, but they were controlled by companies, locked behind subscriptions and legally constrained. Today, anyone with a decent computer can run HeartMuLa locally and generate 6 minutes of coherent, professional quality music with clear vocals in any language. What about tomorrow? When the community builds LoRa training tools, when someone fine-tunes this on every Beatles song, on every Taylor Swift album, on our music? The music industry has spent decades building walls, copyright law, licensing deals, record label contracts. Open source AI just walked through all of those walls like they weren't there. Now, I'm not here to tell you whether this is good or bad, but here's the thing. After everything I just showed you, I'm still going to create my own music with my own harmony, my own melody, my own lyrics. Why? Well, it's very simple, because that's what I love doing. I started composing music and playing guitar when I was a child, and after all these years, music creation is what I really enjoy doing. It's what gives sense to everything that happens in my life. You know, I've even tried using these tools. I used them once, actually. I generated a song, and at the end, you know what I felt? A thief, stealing the music of other artists. I felt completely useless, because I was letting machines do what gives me the most pleasure to do myself. And that's what I want to suggest you. Try these tools. Go ahead, create music with the prompt, see what happens, and then write your own music with your own lyrics and melodies. Maybe because something happens to you, something beautiful, something painful, something confusing, and you need to give it meaning. That's what music is here for. To give sense to human life, to process what we feel, to connect with each other in ways that go beyond words. Don't let AI steal that from us and from you, as a prompt will never substitute the joy and the beauty of creating our own